everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about something that many of us might have experienced at some point, which is a manga burnout. It's a topic that's close to my heart because I've been through it myself. So let's dive in and explore how to overcome a manga burnout together. To give you a bit of context, I've been an avid manga reader for several years now, but sometimes I do find myself in a slump. The joy and the excitement I once felt when diving into a new chapter were replaced with feelings of fatigue and disinterest. It was tough, and I knew that I needed to address it. But how do we overcome this? In order to know this, we first have to figure out what a manga burnout actually is. Or specifically, what is a burnout in general? A burnout, according to Cambridge Dictionary, is an extreme tiredness or mental or physical illness caused by working too hard or trying to do too much. You will feel this feeling of depersonalization where you feel kinda lost and don't know what to do, or just feel this heavy lack of achievement. It occurs when you are highly engaged in activities or work where you end up feeling overwhelmed, leading to a decrease in productivity and overall well-being. But what about a manga burnout? Well, it's more than just feeling tired of reading. It's a sense of emotional and mental exhaustion that can make even the thought of picking up a manga really overwhelming. Symptoms can vary, but they often include lack of motivation, difficulty in concentrating, and a general feeling of apathy towards reading. Now that we know what a burnout is and also what it feels like to have a manga burnout, I have gathered 5 personal tips for you that will help you to get out of your manga burnout also. Take a break. The very first tip that I want to share is simple but so effective. Just take a break. Sometimes we just need to step away from manga or just anything for a bit to give our minds a chance to recharge. During my own manga burnout, I stepped away from reading altogether and I just focused on other hobbies like drawing and hiking. It was refreshing, and the moment I started to miss manga again, I eventually returned to it and I felt renewed and ready to dive in. So it's good to take a step back for a while in order to miss that feeling again. Diversify your reading. A tip that I never considered before is diversifying my reading. If you've been stuck in this genre rut, now it's the perfect time to explore something new. Try out different genres or formats within manga. You might discover hidden gems that reignite your passion for reading. For me, I continuously read one manga at a time, and at a certain point, especially when you're already up to date with one, it can be very tiring after a while to wait for new chapters to be released. That is why I have also tried reading multiple mangas at a time, or just read a completely different genre at the same time to diversify my reading and keep my mind fresh and steady. For example, I would have never in my life thought that I would be such a sucker for shoujo manga, especially with romance. What also helped for me was not only look at completed long series, but also at one-shots. I have a video on this with mangas that have quite less chapters, so go check that one out. Set realistic goals. Setting realistic goals is essential for overcoming a manga burnout. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you're trying to keep up with multiple series or reach unrealistic reading targets. Instead, take a step back and assess what's manageable for you. Whether it's reading a chapter a day or finishing a volume per week, find a pace that works for you. Don't rush it, but be realistic. For me personally, it helped to either plan when I'm going to read manga or just take my manga with me for whenever I'm traveling, such as reading while using public transportation. Also, just know that it's completely okay if you cannot finish up an entire volume within a week, or if you just feel too pressured because you start comparing yourself with others. Just try to take it easy, take your own pace, and set goals that are realistic for you. Connect with others. Another tip that helped me during my own manga burnout was connecting with others who share my passion or even my own struggle. Whether it's joining online communities, maybe attending manga meetups if they are there, or starting maybe your own manga club with your friends, surrounding yourself with your fellow people can provide support and inspiration. Know that you are not alone in this and that it can happen to anyone. So it's completely okay to feel this way. And last but not least, rediscover your passion. Take some time to rediscover your passion for manga. Think back about what initially drew you to manga and revisit old favorites or explore new releases. For me, reconnecting with the stories and the characters I loved reminded me why I fell in love with manga in the first place. Maybe try to reread mangas that you've already read, or read the mangas of animes that you've already seen. For me, this was The Promised Neverland. I started watching the anime first, which was not to my liking, but reading the manga after was just another experience. Tokyo Revengers, Attack on Titan, One Piece, just name them all and I can assure you that you will love the series even more to why you initially started. In conclusion, a manga burnout is a real challenge and I really feel you. Just remember that you are not alone in this. I hope that you found these tips helpful, and if you are experiencing or have experienced a manga burnout yourself, I would love to hear your thoughts about your experience in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on all things of manga, and thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye!